Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Bermuda Healthcare Services. It's a pleasure for me as the Executive Chairman of Bermuda Healthcare Services to bring together today people who are very important in terms of this announcement. For the past 7 years, it has been our pleasure at Bermuda Healthcare Services to be a major sponsor for Pembroke Hamilton Club. We started in 2009. We've gone through changes in leadership, and we are very delighted to have the opportunity to announce today a new arrangement between PHC and Bermuda Healthcare Services. With me today on my right is Dr. Mahesh Reddy, the well-known medical director of Bermuda Healthcare Services, and to my left is Mr. Jonathan Ball, who has been the president of PHC for the past 3 years. Before I make today's specific announcement, I'd like to comment on the fact that PHC leads this community when it comes to development of young people. Now, there may be those who might disagree, but in our opinion, PHC leads the way. Not just in sports for sports' sake. Of course, we are up and down with respect to our sports fortunes. However, I must tell you that more than 200 youngsters benefit from the comprehensive program at PHC. Our coaches go into the schools, check on the grades of the players, and if those grades are not up to snuff, they cannot participate in the name of PHC. That's the kind of program that Mr. Ball and his colleagues have in place at PHC. And we are very proud to be associated with PHC, and last week the Board of Directors of Bermuda Healthcare Services, in spite of some difficult times, voted to double our sponsorship at PHC. So instead of the $10,000 that we've contributed over the years, we're now increasing that to $20,000. And we have with us, as I said, the president of PHC, Mr. Jonathan Ball, who will receive this payment and will say a few words. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Good afternoon. On behalf of Pembroke Hamilton Club, PHC, the executive and our members, we'd like to thank Bermuda Healthcare Services and Dr. Brown especially for this investment in PHC. I call it an investment because of these funds. We'll be able to continue our objective of being there for the community through sports, scholarship, and service. So thank you, Dr. Brown. As Dr. Brown said, we're not just about creating good football players or good cricket players. It's about developing the well-rounded athlete. And because of these funds, we can continue that mandate. So thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Are there any questions?
Yes.
Moving back to the stadium lane last year for football.
Yes.
You now hosted 2 rounds with the Western County.
Yes.
What stage are you at with the facility improvement?
So we definitely want to build a facility at Stadium Lane. We are putting together a holistic plan in order to build that facility, but we are not quite there yet. But it's definitely something that we want to do, and we're definitely putting the plan together to make that happen.
I think that PHC will succeed more quickly if other organizations would only join us and support the club in its work.
You guys give a lot of funds towards your scholarship
Yes.
throughout the years, and you reap the benefits of them coming back and being part. How important is it for you guys stress to the people that you give the scholarship funds to as part of the community service that you do, to come back and lend a hand at PHC?
I mean, that's very important. I think we're blessed because a lot of the kids who we give scholarships to actually are already involved at PHC as far as coaching, and 9 times out of 10 they do come back and they are involved within the club. If you look at our coaches, 95%, if not more, have come up through the program. So it's something that we take great pride in, whereas people benefit from the club, but at the same time they want to give back to the club and give back to the community.
Dr. Brown, an avid sports person. PHC doesn't have a track. knocking on that.
You notice that? And yet we support them. Yes, I am an avid sports fan. My wife and I often argue over which channel the television should be on. But there's no question of my deep and abiding belief that sports play a great part in the development of young men and women.